The Adani Group, a name synonymous with ambition, scale, and controversy. The Adani Group has become a household name in India and a significant player on the global stage. From humble beginnings in the trading sector, it has mushroomed into a sprawling conglomerate. Starting with a small trading firm in 1988, the group has diversified into multiple sectors over the decades. Its tentacles reach across critical infrastructure, energy, resources, and logistics. The group's influence spans from the ports that facilitate international trade to the power plants that light up millions of homes. The group's rapid ascent has been nothing short of meteoric. In just a few decades, it has transformed from a modest enterprise into a behemoth that shapes the economic landscape of India. It now holds a position of immense economic and political influence in India and beyond. The Adani Group's reach extends to international markets, making it a key player in global trade and commerce. Gautam Adani, the man at the helm, is a self-made billionaire. His journey from a small-town entrepreneur to one of the world's richest individuals is a testament to his vision and tenacity. He embodies the entrepreneurial spirit of a rapidly developing nation. Adani's story inspires countless young entrepreneurs in India, showcasing the possibilities that come with hard work and determination. However, this meteoric rise has not been without its shadows. The group's aggressive expansion has often been accompanied by allegations and controversies. The Adani Group's story is intertwined with India's own narrative of economic liberalization and ambition. As India opened its economy in the 1990s, the Adani Group seized the opportunities, becoming a symbol of the country's economic aspirations. It represents the country's hunger for development and its pursuit of global prominence. The group's projects are often seen as milestones in India's journey towards becoming a global economic powerhouse. The group's projects, from sprawling ports to massive power plants, are presented as symbols of progress. These ventures are not just business endeavors, but are also seen as catalysts for regional development. They are touted as engines of job creation and economic growth. The Adani Group claims that its projects have generated thousands of jobs and contributed significantly to the local and national economy. Yet, beneath the veneer of prosperity, a complex and troubling picture emerges. The rapid industrialization has often come at a significant environmental and social cost. The Adani Group's aggressive expansion has attracted accusations of environmental negligence, financial impropriety, and exploitation of marginalized communities. Critics argue that the group's projects have led to environmental degradation and displacement of local communities. This essay delves into the heart of the Adani controversy. It seeks to uncover the layers of complexity that define the group's operations and the controversies surrounding it. It examines the allegations leveled against the group and their impact. From legal battles to public protests, the Adani Group has faced numerous challenges that question its business practices. From accusations of money laundering to concerns about crony capitalism, the narrative that unfolds is one of power, ambition, and the human cost of unchecked corporate growth. These allegations have sparked debates about the ethical implications of the group's rapid expansion. The Adani Group's story is a microcosm of the larger tensions playing out in the 21st century. It highlights the conflicts between economic growth, environmental sustainability, and social equity. It reflects the clash between unbridled capitalism, environmental sustainability, and social justice. The group's operations have become a focal point for activists and policymakers debating the future of sustainable development. The Adani Group's story is not merely a corporate saga. It is a narrative that encapsulates the broader economic and social dynamics of our times. It is a reflection of our times. The rise of the Adani Group mirrors the rapid changes and challenges faced by modern economies. It forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about the price of progress and the distribution of power. The group's story raises critical questions about who benefits from economic development and who bears its costs. In the shadows of the Adani empire, we are forced to ask who benefits from this model of development and at what cost. The answers to these questions are not straightforward and require a deep examination of the socio-economic fabric. The answers are complex, deeply unsettling, and demand our attention. As we delve deeper into the Adani Group's story, we uncover the intricate web of factors that define modern corporate empires. At the heart of the Adani Group's controversies lie persistent allegations of financial irregularities. These allegations have been a recurring theme, casting a shadow over the company's reputation and raising questions about its business practices. These accusations paint a picture of a company willing to skirt ethical lines for profit. Critics argue that the pursuit of profit at any cost has led to a series of questionable decisions and actions. One of the most serious charges relates to money laundering. This accusation suggests that the company may be involved in illegal activities to clean dirty money, making it appear legitimate. Critics allege the group utilizes a complex web of offshore shell companies. These entities are often set up in jurisdictions with lax regulations, making it easier to hide financial transactions. These companies obscure the origin and movement of funds, potentially facilitating illicit activities. The lack of transparency in these transactions makes it difficult for regulators to track the flow of money. Adding fuel to the fire are accusations of over-invoicing. This practice involves inflating the value of goods and services on invoices to move money out of the country. The Adani Group stands accused of inflating the value of imports and exports. By doing so, they can transfer large sums of money to offshore accounts under the guise of legitimate business transactions. This practice, critics argue, allows them to siphon money out of India and into tax havens. These tax havens offer low or no tax rates, making them attractive destinations for hidden wealth. These allegations, though vehemently denied by the Adani Group, have cast a long shadow over its operations. The company maintains that it operates within the bounds of the law and adheres to all regulatory requirements. They have raised serious questions about the company's corporate governance and transparency. Stakeholders are increasingly demanding more openness and accountability from the company. Furthermore, the Adani Group's aggressive pursuit of debt-fueled growth has sparked concerns. The company's rapid expansion has been largely financed through borrowing, raising red flags about its financial stability. Their massive infrastructure projects, while touted as economic boons, rely heavily on loans. These projects include ports, power plants, and other large-scale developments that require significant capital investment. Critics argue that this dependence on debt poses a systemic risk. If the company were to face financial difficulties, it could have a domino effect on the broader economy. Should the group falter, the consequences could ripple through the Indian economy. The interconnected nature of the financial system means that the impact could be widespread and severe. The intricate web of financial dealings and the sheer scale of the Adani Group's operations make it difficult to disentangle truth from speculation. The complexity of the company's financial structure adds to the challenge of understanding its true financial health. However, the sheer volume and persistence of these allegations cannot be ignored. The ongoing scrutiny from regulators, media, and the public suggests that there are serious issues that need to be addressed. They point to a pressing need for greater transparency and accountability. Stakeholders are calling for more rigorous oversight and clearer reporting standards to ensure that the company operates ethically. The Indian government, often accused of turning a blind eye to the Adani Group's practices, faces mounting pressure to investigate these claims. Public outcry and media attention have put the government in a position where it can no longer ignore the allegations. The outcome of these investigations could have far-reaching implications, not only for the Adani Group, but for the future of corporate governance in India. The results could set a precedent for how similar cases are handled in the future, potentially leading to stricter regulations and enforcement. If the earlier allegations were tremors, the Hindenburg report was an earthquake of unprecedented magnitude. In January 2023, the US-based short seller Hindenburg Research released a damning report that shook the financial world. It accused the Adani Group of engaging in brazen stock manipulation and accounting fraud over decades, painting a picture of systemic corruption. The report sent shockwaves through the Indian stock market and beyond, causing a ripple effect that was felt globally. Hindenburg's findings, based on a meticulous 2-year investigation, were meticulously detailed and hard to ignore. They alleged the Adani Group used a complex network of offshore entities controlled by close associates to artificially inflate its stock prices, creating an illusion of financial health. The report also claimed that the group's companies were heavily over-leveraged, with debt levels that were unsustainable in the long run. The impact of the report was immediate and devastating, sending shockwaves through the financial community. Adani Group companies witnessed a dramatic plunge in their share prices, causing panic among investors. The group's market value plummeted, wiping out billions of dollars in a matter of days. Gautam Adani, once the world's third richest man, saw his fortune dwindle rapidly, a stark contrast to his previous meteoric rise. The Adani Group vehemently denied all the allegations, standing firm in their defense. They called the report a malicious combination of selective misinformation and stale, baseless, and discredited allegations, attempting to discredit Hindenburg's findings. A fierce battle ensued in the court of public opinion, with media outlets and analysts weighing in on both sides. The Adani Group launched a counter-offensive, releasing a lengthy rebuttal and questioning Hindenburg's motives, suggesting ulterior motives behind the report. However, the damage was done, and the financial community was left reeling. The Hindenburg report had irrevocably tarnished the Adani Group's reputation, casting a long shadow over its business practices. It raised serious questions about the integrity of India's regulatory framework and the role of institutions tasked with safeguarding investor interests, highlighting potential gaps in oversight. The saga continues to unfold, with legal battles and investigations underway, promising more revelations in the future. Regardless of the final outcome, the Hindenburg expose has left an indelible mark on the corporate landscape. It serves as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of even the most powerful corporations to scrutiny and the potential consequences of unchecked corporate malfeasance, emphasizing the need for transparency and accountability in the business world.